Picture this, a question on the SAT that leaves everyone scratching their heads. The SAT, a well-known standardized test used for college admissions, has a reputation for its challenging questions. But this particular question, it seems, has surpassed them all. Here it is. If a hen and a half lays an egg and a half in a day and a half, how many eggs does one hen lay in one day? Now, why did this question cause so much confusion? Stay tuned as we unravel the mystery. The question in question seems simple on the surface, doesn't it? But there's more than meets the eye. Let's dive into the depths of this deceptive conundrum. On the surface, it appears to be a straightforward problem, something you'd expect to breeze through. However, the key elements of this question are intricately woven into a tapestry of complexity. Imagine the question as an iceberg. The visible part, what you initially see, is just a fraction of the whole picture. Beneath the surface, there's a vast structure that's far more complex and challenging. This is where the real test lies. The first component of this question is the language. It's phrased in a way that's not direct, not clear-cut. It's wrapped up in layers of ambiguity that require careful deciphering. The words are simple, yes, but the sentence structure? That's where the trick lies. It's like navigating through a maze where one wrong turn could lead you astray. Next, let's talk about the mathematical aspect. The numbers, the equations, they all seem familiar, right? But here's the catch. The typical techniques you've been using to solve such problems, they don't quite work here. The usual formulas and equations that you've been relying on throughout your SAT preparation, they fall short. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. The question also demands a high level of logical reasoning. It's not about crunching numbers or memorizing formulas. It's about thinking outside the box, about viewing the problem from different angles, about finding the path less traveled. Lastly, the question is time-sensitive. It's not just about getting the right answer, but getting it within the allotted time. This adds another layer of pressure, another layer of complexity. You see, it wasn't about the difficulty of the question, but the unexpected complexity that left everyone baffled. Following the SAT, the reactions were, to say the least, dramatic. The question that stumped everyone became the talk of the town, sparking a whirlwind of responses from all corners. Students were perturbed, to put it mildly. Some were left scratching their heads, others vented their frustrations on social media. A common sentiment was that the question was like an unwelcome surprise guest at a party, completely out of place yet impossible to ignore. Educators and test administrators weren't spared either. They found themselves caught in the crossfire of the ensuing debate. Some educators empathized with the students, feeling that the question was a curveball that didn't belong. Others, however, defended its inclusion, arguing that it was a test of one's ability to think critically under pressure. This led to a broader conversation about the nature of standardized testing itself. The question became a topic of debate, with some arguing that it was unfair while others believed it was a necessary challenge. So, what can we learn from this SAT question that stumped everyone? Well, first and foremost, it reminds us that even standardized tests can throw curveballs. The question we dissected today was a prime example. A seemingly simple query that was anything but. Its difficulty wasn't due to complex mathematical formulas or obscure vocabulary. Instead, it was rooted in its inherent ambiguity and the required lateral thinking to navigate through it. In essence, this question was a testament to the importance of critical thinking and problem-solving, skills that are not only invaluable in test-taking situations, but also in real-life scenarios. It demonstrated that the ability to approach a problem from different angles, to adapt and to think outside the box, can sometimes be more crucial than having a vast knowledge base. The reactions to this question were varied, with some expressing frustration and others admiration for the ingenuity of the question. But regardless of the initial response, there was a shared understanding that the question was a wake-up call, a reminder that we should always be prepared to face the unexpected and to adapt accordingly. In the end, the real takeaway from this SAT question that stumped everyone is not about the question itself, but rather what it represents. It illustrates the importance of understanding concepts rather than just memorizing facts, and the value of critical thinking and adaptability. Remember, it's not just about getting the right answer, but understanding the process that leads to it. That's all for now. And until next time, keep challenging yourself.